Hello, welcome back to my channel and to a new video. As you can see by the title, I am going to do a what I read in 2025. It is now 2026, so it's a good time to reflect on the books read, and yeah, happy 2026. It's my first video of the year. I feel like it'll be a good one, you know. Last year was the year of the snake, and then this one's the year of the horse. We're going to grow, and we've set a more ambitious goal this year of 40 books. We shall see. Last year was 30. So yeah, without further ado, this is what I read in 2025. If you did watch my video, I think how I got into reading or something like that, this might cross over a little bit, but it's fine. So I started the year with finishing the Crescent City series. Also, just a caveat, I'm a generous rater, okay? I feel too bad rating people really badly. Do just take that into consideration. So I finished Crescent City, the third book, and I rated that 4 stars. I feel like it took me a while to read. Like, it took me like a month to read it, whereas like the ones before, like, it didn't take as long. It was a bit long, but like I would really recommend the first and second book. So I'd say I never like leaving a series incomplete, so I would recommend the third book, but I'd recommend the series more than the book, if that makes sense. And then Anya, if you're watching this, she recommended me the series, and oh my god, everyone has read the series at this point, but the Fourth Wing series. So I read all 3 books, Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, Onyx Storm, rated the first 2 5 stars, and then the last one 4 stars. Oh my god, this series, the chokehold it had on me, like, I was obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed. I started the first one on 10th of Jan, and then I finished the third one on the 4th of Feb. And I'm pretty sure while I was reading, the third one came out. But yeah, if you're a fantasy girl, kind of like Hunger Games-ish vibes. What do you say, Hunger Games vibes? I don't know. But like, yeah, it's up there with like my ultimate favourite. That and Akatar are like, will always be up there, you know. If you've read them, you'll know. But I don't know, I'm always like, finish a series and then I'm like, oh, this is my new favourite, this is my new favourite. But yeah, read that series. If I could recommend anything from this video that will really impact you in a positive way, it will be that series. And then I actually read Throne of Glass. Did I read it in the right order? No, I ended up reading Assassin's Blade 4th, which I don't know if you're meant to do that. But I liked Throne of Glass. I wouldn't say it was like the best of Sarah J Maas's books. Like, I don't know, it was really like difficult. So with the books, I rated the first one 4 stars, second one 4, third one 4, I rated Assassin's Blade 3, Queen of Shadows 3, Empire of Storms 4, Tower of Dawn 4, and Kingdom of Ash 5. So, which is quite like, I don't know, I feel like it's not that common to really like the last one, but I apparently did. I'm not the kind of person who can give you like detailed reviews because my memory is awful and I don't type it in Goodreads. But yeah, I would recommend this series. I do think it is a really good one. Obviously Sarah J Maas is Sarah J Maas. You can never hate the woman. And yeah, Assassin's Blade, I think I would have benefited it from reading it like second or third. I can't remember like the right order to read it. And then yeah, Queen of Shadows I clearly didn't like as much because it was 3 stars. I can't quite remember it. I feel like I wouldn't recommend that like first to read, but I feel like if you're into fantasy, it's like, it is a series you should read. Like, it is a good one. I think it just took me a lot longer, and obviously there is like 8 books in total if you include Assassin's Blade, which like is quite a big one. And yeah, I just found some bits like not really gripping. Like, I like to get obsessed with a book, and I didn't always have that throughout, but I still would recommend it. And then some of this, by the way, has some audiobooks in. So I listened to The Third Gilmore Girl by Kelly Bishop. I really liked it actually. It did take me quite a while to listen to be honest. I don't know why I rated it 4 stars. I probably would give it 3, but it was interesting. I liked listening to it. I think I'd listen to it often like on the way to and from the gym. Yeah, pretty like bog standard memoir kind of vibe. And then Sunrise on the Reaping. If you know me, I'm a Hunger Games girl through and through. Absolutely love it. Just rewatched all of them. Do need to rewatch Songbirds and Snakes, that is what it's called. And yesterday when on a run, I did discover listening to the Hunger Games soundtrack on a run. Game changer, so would recommend. But yeah, Sunrise on the Reaping, obviously that was the one like with Haymitch's Games, if I remember rightly. Again, I'm so bad. Oh, the book descriptions in what looks like German. I think it was Haymitch's Games. I might be remembering that wrong. All I remember is it was a really good book and I rated it 5 stars. And then an audiobook I listened to was, I don't know why I'm smiling, is Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. How to Heal from Distant, Rejecting or Self-Involved Parents. And I rated that 4 stars. I don't think I really need to go into that. Obviously I do have no contact with one of my parents, so it's good while I'm having therapy and everything to just come to more of an understanding of everything and why I am the way I am. So if you're in like a similar boat to me, I would recommend that, obviously if you're in the same position as me. And then Fearless, the 3rd book, came out. Oh, this series I would really recommend. I rated it 5 stars. Lauren Roberts, adore you, hun. Yeah, I really liked it actually. I did really enjoy it and I read it like in summer, and I always prefer reading in summer, which is maybe an unpopular opinion, but yeah. And then I read Britney Spears, The Woman in Me. I had this since like 2024 or 2023, whenever it came out. Ryan got me it, and I'm not good at reading like hardcover books anymore. Like I read on my Kindle. If you watched my How I Got Into Reading, Kindle will save your life. So it took me a while to read it, but then I started picking up on it. It was actually really, really interesting. I rated it 4 stars and I would really recommend it actually. It was interesting to hear her side of the story and just, yeah, I would recommend. And then I haven't actually joined it since, I probably should, Sophia Tuxford's book club. I think that's what it is. Is it a book club? Anyway, Diabound. Oh my god, I was obsessed. I read this on holiday. Obsessed. Loved it. Would recommend. All like, it's part of the Wolves of Ruin. I can't remember when the next one is. I don't think it's out yet. I think it's coming out. Oh my god, is it out? No. It's being published in May this year. I really liked it. I like that kind of like fantasy and yeah, loved it. Rated 5 stars. Now this one, I think, after Fourth Wing, this book had a hold on me. I read it on holiday in 3 days. Quicksilver. Obsessed. I was obsessed. Absolutely. Just how many times can I say obsessed in this video? Like Kingfisher, absolutely loved him. I think, what was the name called? Saris? And I got confused when reading this book because I'm pretty sure in Throne of Glass, I can't remember her name, but it's like begins with an S as well, and I was getting really confused. But yeah, I really loved that book. I rated it 5 stars, of course. And then a series that I didn't finish that long ago actually is The Crowns of Nyaxia. Is that how you say it? I really liked this series actually. It did fall off a bit towards the end. I hate when that happens, but there's quite a few books actually. I'm just looking. So there's 4 books, but then 2 novellas, so 5 in total. I actually really liked the 6 Scorched Roses novella. That one was really, really good. But yeah, I rated the first 2 5 stars, third one 4 stars. As I just said, 6 Scorched Roses, which was the 1.5. 5 stars, the 4th book 4 stars, and then the other novella, Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, 4 stars as well. It's a nice little series about like vampires, and I really enjoyed it actually. I did really like it. There were some bits I enjoyed more than others. Like when Aurea and Rain were in that, am I spoiling things? I'll try to keep it. When they were like in that competition thing, like, and like a bit after that, I really liked that. But then when it switched to like other people, it took me a bit longer to like get into it. But then when I did get into it, I did really like it. So yeah, it just obviously switches. Kind of like ACOTAR to be fair, but like it kind of switches with a character that's not as, she's kind of big. I don't know. You'll learn if you read it. But I feel like in ACOTAR, when it switches to people, you end up knowing more and there's more interest. But I personally didn't have like loads of interest in the background of his character. But then once you learnt more and then you went on to her story and everything to do with that, like I did really like it. So would recommend. As you can tell, I did start therapy this year. So another like little audiobook I listened to was It's Not Your Fault, Wild Childhood Trauma Shapes You and How to Break Free. I rated it 4 stars. It has little like activities throughout. He like gives you a link to activities you can do throughout, and I did actually find them really helpful, to be honest. I saw some people complaining on Goodreads about the activities, but like I feel like with self-help books you can't really complain. Like he's giving you free like therapy worksheets. Like I don't know, I saw people complain about it, like, oh, you have to go dip in and out. Like that's the point. It's like an interactive audiobook. Like, so after certain chapters you'll fill things out and try to discover things, but I think that really does help, because then you're more informed throughout the rest of it, if that makes sense, and like, have a better understanding of yourself. So would recommend. Rated it 4 stars. And then another audiobook I listened to was When Gavin Met Stacey and Everything in Between. Oh, this is so good. I am a Gavin and Stacey fan through and through. And rated it 5. I already said rated it 5 stars, didn't I? If you do have Spotify Premium, by the way, you get free audiobooks. That's how I listen to all of them. I don't pay for them. Well, I do technically, I guess, through Spotify Premium, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'd really recommend it. If you're a Gavin and Stacey fan like me, you will really enjoy it. And it was really interesting actually to learn about the making of it and all the little intricate things that happened, and yeah, would recommend. And then another audiobook was The House of My Mother, A Daughter's Quest for Freedom by Sherry Frankie. You've probably heard about the whole 8 passengers thing, really screwed up. Do excuse if I look red in the face or eyes, I did just have a sneezing fit. But yeah, I would really recommend that actually. It was just very, very well written. Obviously when you listen to the audiobook you can often listen to like the author speaking about it, so it makes it more, I don't know, emotive in a way. Yeah, would really recommend. Don't have much else to say apart from like it was just very interesting but harrowing, and kind of cuts through the social media noise, you know, to just hear it from her firsthand. And then my final book of the year was Phantasma. I think, I can't remember where I saw this recommended, but I really liked it. Or did I? No, I rated it 3 stars. I'm getting confused. I rated this one 3 stars because it took me quite a while to get into, and I don't know, I wasn't as keen on it at the time, but looking back I don't know if I'd rate it 4 stars, but I think my opinion has been swayed because I'm reading the second book at the moment, which is obviously not in the 2025 reading wrapped, called Enchantra. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. So good. Amazing. So I feel like it's positively like affected my opinion on the series, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you find Phantasma a bit boring or like a bit slow, I don't know if it's just a bit of world building, you kind of have that with first book sometimes, but yeah, the second book, insane. So if you need a 2026 recommendation, that is really good. And then the final audiobook I read of the year was, or not read, listened to, was Simply More by Cynthia Erivo. I rated that 4 stars. I was kind of just listening to it while cooking, to be fair, and if I'm being brutally honest, I needed to hit my yearly goal, and this was on like the 15th of December, so I was like, I'll listen to an audiobook. And it was only like 4 hours, but it was actually quite good, like overall, like the message around it, and some people might not like it. She was a bit, how do I like describe it? She's quite driven and very focused and believed she could do everything, and some people may find that intimidating, I don't know, but I found it really good and I rated it 4 stars. Yeah, that was what I read in 2025. Overall, Fourth Wing, of course, and Quicksilver, but I have heard the second book isn't as good, so I'm avoiding it because I'm kind of scared, to be honest. But yeah, I'm a fantasy girl through and through. Obviously I like kind of listen to like the memoir stuff, so I get like that different genre in, but like fantasy will just always hook me. Give me a bit of, you know, vampires or dragons, some sort of game of killing, like, and I'm in. I am there. Do comment down below any of your favourite books of 2025, or if you read any of these and what you thought. Will I ever be an in-depth book reviewer? No, because I've got the memory of goldfish, and once it's been a few months of that book not being read, it's gone. It's not there. I only remember like Crowns of Nyaxia because I read them recently. Oh my god, it wasn't even that one. No, it was. Serpent and Wings of the Night was the first one. Anyway, I'm getting confused. Hope you enjoyed the video. I feel like I was just rambling at you, but I'm trying to do more like give you recommendations and stuff like that. So that's my recommendations. Obviously Kindle, as always. If you want to get into reading, get a Kindle. Obviously Amazon should sponsor me. It just changed my life. If you don't know, I in 2023 set a goal of 12 books for the year after barely reading. I wouldn't even really read one book a year for many years. I did an English lit and media degree and I didn't read one book throughout the whole degree. I was doing like, I was searching up summaries. Like, so I did not read. And then I set myself that goal, you know, one book a month. I definitely didn't do one a month and I crammed it towards the end of the year. But yeah, I set that and look where I am now. 30 books in a year. Obviously it includes audiobooks, but there's only a few. And yeah, 40 this year, because I feel like if I set a high reading goal, that will mean I'm off my phone less. And I think reading is such a good like alternative to being on your phone. Yeah. Get a Kindle, read Fourth Wing and Enchantra and all the books I said. I'm quite easily pleased, to be honest, because I just stick to the same genre. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, you might as well like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!